Hey Movie What fans, how are you today? So today I want to talk about Independence Day. I'm not talking about the new Independence Day, I'm talking about the old Independence Day. So this review is for people who haven't seen the film. I mean, maybe, you want to see the new film and you're thinking about the old film. I mean, honestly, if you haven't seen the old film, I don't know who you are. Like, why haven't you seen the old film? But whatever. So the old Independence Day was directed by Roland Emmerich. It's the same guy that made Stargate and 2012 and The Day After Tomorrow. He's a German film director, and he has a really good talent for sort of combining. He's really good at combining drama, comedy, and humor. Sometimes he goes too far. I mean, it's a good balance of like entertainment and seriousness. He usually deals with some serious subjects like alien invasions, prophecy, the end of the world, climate change. Anyway, but he does it. He kind of is serious, but he has fun at the same time. So anyway, in Independence Day, he tackles alien invasion, and this movie came out in 1996. I remember it very clearly. They actually released it on July 4th or July 4th weekend, and it was a big hit that year. Like, everyone was into it, and the main thing that stood out was that in the posters and on the trailer, they had this big they would show New York City, and they had this big shadow like from a saucer. You just saw this circle kind of coming over the shadow coming over the city.
So, where are they heading? They should be entering our atmosphere within the next 25 minutes. Let's just get there.
And they never show the spaceships or anything, but just that scene of the shadow, coming over the entire city was like such an iconic thing to do. So anyway, the movie starred Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, and Bill Pullman, and they do a great job. There's a whole bunch of other well-known actors in here, and this movie is just full of really great one-liners. I mean, it's just even now 20 years later, they're still funny, Like, for instance, there's this one scene where Will Smith, the alien ships have come, and he doesn't even know, and he thought it was an earthquake, so he goes outside, and he sees all his neighbors running around, and he's getting the paper, and he doesn't even see it, and he's like, dang, what's wrong with everybody, I mean, it's just really funny, and there's a whole bunch of lines like that.
Got me out here dragging your heavy ass through the burning desert with your dreadlocks sticking out the back of my parachute. You gotta come down here with an attitude, packing all big and bad. And what the hell is that smell? I could have been in a barbecue. But I ain't mad. All right.
There's a whole bunch of really great characters in this movie. There's Will Smith and his co-pilot, and they're hilarious. Then there's Jeff Goldblum, who plays like this MIT dropout guy that decided to just be a cable repairman. He works at a TV station, and he has this boss who's just hilarious. So that they're funny. And then there's this ex-Vietnam pilot who's a crop duster pilot now, and he's an alcoholic, and he lives in an RV with his kids who all are kind of disgusted with him, and he's hilarious. And then there's this man, the guy, I don't remember his name, but the guy that played Data in Star Trek, he plays this mad scientist in the film, and it's just really funny. He does an absolute great job of playing the mad scientist. So one of the things I really like about this film is like they just, there were some parts I don't like and there's some parts I like. The part I like is that they really did a good job of designing the aliens, so that they really look like aliens and how you think aliens might look, and they actually take it a step further, which I'm not going to reveal right now. Some of the parts of the movie that I didn't really like so much are that I felt like it followed Star Wars' general plot line a lot, especially near the end. They almost plot point to plot point, you know, as far as you know, the scene where the Death Star is coming on Yavin and they're about to destroy the Rebel base and they got to destroy the Death Star first. Like, it was kind of like that. But it's still fun. It's still good. You know, no one's going to notice that. You know, I guess that formula works, right? Because they did the same thing in The Force Awakens. They just copied it exactly, you know. The movie is still fun today. So if you're looking for a really fun family film, you know, this will work. And to me, I kind of put it on the same level as Armageddon. That's another classic sci-fi film that I really feel is a good balance of entertainment and realism. So yeah, check it out before you go see the new one. And I'll be doing a review on Independence Day 2 once I see it. That's all I can say. I would just highly recommend Independence Day. It's definitely one of my top favorite sci-fi films of all time. All right, well, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to tell your friends.